Hi, this is Naget Rutledge, and I am submitting my video for communications with Professor Lori Barton. So, this is what we're going to talk about today. I went to a funeral recently, and it was for my grandfather-in-law. He was committed to creating affordable housing for our community. And let me tell you what that means as far as what he was fighting against. He was fighting against the crisis of homelessness. Homelessness may seem far from your life, and that's understandable. But according to Donna Maddox, writing for the Chattanooga Times Free Press, 78% of full-time workers are living paycheck to paycheck. That means that most of us couldn't afford to miss even 2 paychecks and still have a home. So the problem is closer than you think. All right, so you might say, understandably, if the homeless wanted a home, they would just get a job, right? They wouldn't have to be where they are. So they must be lazy, or maybe they just don't want to live in a house. Maybe they just don't want a job. The Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition actually tells us who the homeless really are. 15 to 25% of homeless people in Chattanooga are employed. In addition to that, we have learned that 24% of the homeless population in Chattanooga are children, and a significant number of the homeless population in Chattanooga are veterans. So having a job might not be possible because you're 12. It might be something that you already have, and it might be something that doesn't quite do the trick. So for those who work or have children who are homeless, what is the solution? The Coalition for Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition is my answer to that problem. They're a nonprofit, and they are a part of a larger Southeastern regional coalition that helps to solve the homelessness problem. So they're working here in Chattanooga to help end homelessness. If you ask them what the solution is, the answer that they will give you is cooperation. Now, the Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition in 2018 was successful in raising over $15 million in donations, right? That's a lot of money. So you would be totally right to ask, how can I trust them? What are they doing with the money? Where is it going? Wendy Winters, I spoke with her, and she's the executive director of the Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition, and she has an overview of how that money is spent. She told me the coalition does not just give money directly to homeless people. What they do is they use their money on the bigger picture, right? So we have enough charities that do one thing or do another thing. Maybe they provide Meals on Wheels. Maybe they go to do something for homeless people, to job training, that sort of thing, right? The Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition focuses on helping those charities to meet their goals. So they stop smaller charities from doing the same thing. They stop smaller charities from competing for resources that are limited. They help them to be as productive as they can be, right? The coalition organizes them, puts the money where it's needed the most, where it's needed the most urgently, and where it can affect the most vulnerable population that we have of homeless people here in Chattanooga. And they also hold their money only for the charities that make the biggest impact. They actually track these charities to find out who's doing the best job at helping end homelessness, and those are the people they give their money to. So the best thing about this is that the Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition staff, paid staff, 5 people, okay? That means that your generosity goes farther and ends up where it's needed the most. It's the best way to stretch the dollar that you have and to know that it's going to the right place at the right time to the right people. So during this time of crisis in our country, just remember to keep your head up and spare a thought and maybe $1 to the Chattanooga Regional Homeless Coalition. That way they can continue the good work of providing because it may help a classmate or someone that you know without you even realizing it. Thanks.